Hi, welcome back. I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sewjo, and this is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things. And I'm back for some more All Ohio Shop Hop haul. So I've been shop hopping quite a lot. So let me bring you back up here to the big map and I'll show you where we've been and where I went this time. Okay, so I live over in this region. And I started the shop hop by my first shop was over here in Creative Fires. And then I took a trip over here, a day trip over into this East Central region and went to Amish country, hit a few shops in there. So this day I'm back over into this region. So let me pull up that bigger map here and I'll show you exactly where I went and what I got. Alright, so here's a bigger map of that southwest region that I hit this time. Now this time I went by myself, so I'm going to show you shops 10 through 14, what I bought and where they're at. Now I will say these maps aren't always the most accurate. I did not do this last year. The first year I did it, I just went by where they were saying, and then I, would use Google Maps to tell me how to get there. Well, I found out, well, they're not always accurate. So this time around I've actually kind of put all the locations in Google's Maps and then looked to make sure we're going in the right direction so there wasn't any backtracking. So I do want to make that point. They're not always the most accurate. It gives you a general area, but they're not always the most accurate where all the little dots and things are. That's beside the point. Now, where we started out today, or where I started out today, was number 13. Sharing Stitches in Xenia, which is right here. This is where I went. Now this is a new shop to me. I have never been there. I have heard that there was a shop in Xenia, but I've never went out there. When I was there, I asked them how long they'd been there, and they said 3 years. So that means at the time of that first shop hop I went to, they would have just been starting. So this shop hop, or this shop, is in like an office building area. So when you pull in, I saw the Sharing Stitches in the top floor. Well, there's 2 floors, and it was on the 2nd floor. And I was like, that's interesting. But when you pull in, there is a door all on the one side that says main entrance, and then you walk in there. There's an elevator. There's a sign that says elevator. Just take the up to the elevator. As soon as you walk off the elevator, that shop is there on the right. Now, it is a smaller shop, but they do have Moda, and I do know they also rent out their long arm. So I actually, I was very impressed with this shop. It was small, but that's okay. So let me show you what I got from there. Let's see. This was their block. I got it kind of crushed here a little bit, but that's okay. That was their block they were giving out. And I got a free gift. I'll show you that in a minute. And I've got some yardage. So this is the line that I had been looking on getting, but I never did. I've been looking at getting a layer cake, and I never did, and then I saw it in the store, so I'm like, I'm going to pick up some yardage of this. So I'll show each one individually here. But this is from Gingerbread. Let's see, I got to remember the name of it. Woodland something. Woodland Wonder. Gingerbread from Moda. So here's fabric 1. Fabric 2, it's the same print, just in a blue. This is fabric 3. Fabric 4, and fabric 5. So I just got a one cut yard of each of these, or a 1 yard cut would be a better way to say that. So that is my color palette that I got from there. And they give out a free gift. And this is what it is. It is a pen cushion. So they used their squares from last year, and they put in the stuff here to make a pincushion. Let me show you. Let me show you if I can move this here. And that's just what the pincushion looks like that. So that's a way to use up these squares to make a pincushion. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know I'm not a fan of pincushions. However, I'm really impressed when these stores give us these little things for like free gifts. So I'm really impressed with this. I really like this. It's a good way to get rid of their squares from last year, and I like it. All right. So that's what I bought at Sharing Stitches. Now, I did make these trips by myself this time. Usually my husband goes with me, but this I went during the week and he was at work. So I just drove myself. And then, let's see, from 13, right here, I went over here to Crafter's Lodge, which is 1. And Crafter's Lodge is in Bellbrook. Sharing Stitches, the first place I went to is in Xenia, and Crafter's Lodge is in Bellbrook. Right here is number 1. And what did I buy in there? I'll show you. Didn't buy much. That's okay. Now, Crafter's Lodge, when you drive into the little shopping area, you're like, where's it at? Well, it's actually, you have to go down just like a little driveway on the side, just a little hill, and then it's in the very back is where it's at. So it's back behind the shopping center. So here is the block that they gave out at Crafter's Lounge. Now, I had been to Crafter's Lounge last time on the Shop Hop. And I just ended up buying this. This is just shy of a yard. It's 7/8 of a yard. Just because I'm always looking for a purple. I just don't think in general there's a lot of purples, in my opinion, out there, as many as some of the other colors. So I liked that, and I bought that. Also, she gave me a little ruler from Crafter's Lodge. So that's what I bought at Crafter's Lodge. Then I took a little trip south from there, and I went down here to number 9, which is Quilt and Stuff, and it is in Lebanon, Ohio. Right there, number 9. What did I find in there? Well, I found some clearance fabric. Right in here. Let's see. This was... These were $8 a yard. Now, the stuff I got at Xenia, it was regular price. Let's see, have a seat. They were $12 a yard. This, have a receipt, and that was $9.84. Like I said, and these were $8 a yard, so I got 3 of these. And this is, I think it's a Riley Blake. Let me see. Of course, trying to find the salvage here. Okay, this is Wild and Free by Gracie Larson, Riley Blake Designs. So I got a yard of that. And this is the same line. A yard of this to go with it. And then a yard of this green. That had these little teeny blue pops in here. To go with the blue pops in there. So that's what I bought at Quilt and Stuff. Then from Quilt and Stuff, I went down to Quilter Studio, and is it Loveland or Laughlin? I can never remember. It's Loveland, the Quilter Studio of Loveland, which is number 10. So I headed down here to number 10, right here. Now, the Quilter Studio of London, if you need a batik, this is where to go. They have the most batiks that I have ever seen in any store. I mean, it is mostly batiks. Now, they do have like some Tilda and they do have other quilting cotton too, but I mean, it is mostly batiks. So let me show you what I got in there. Now, this is the block they were giving out at the Quilter Studio of Loveland. There's my quilting block. And they gave out a free fat quarter of batiks just for being in the shop hop. So that was the fat quarter I got. It's a purple. And then I got some batiks back in the clearance section. I think they were 30% off. I don't remember. But I got this brown, and I did have a plan for them. I don't remember how many I got. I think I got 3 yards of this. And then I got this batik and this batik. Now, I bought these because I had a plan, and that is I'm going to use them for this quilt that my husband had picked out in the very first shop that we had went to. We went up to Amish country. So, I needed this for a brown in here. And I needed 4 red prints. I've got 2. And I'm going to use some others. And then I needed a bunch more green. And for backgrounds 1 and backgrounds 2, I'm just going to use a white and my little khaki color that I have here at the house already. That's a plain. So that's what I bought at the Quilter Studio of London. Some batiks. Because they were 30% off, and I thought those were good fallish colors because my husband wanted them in a more fallish color. So that's what I bought. Then, after I went to 10, I went down here to number 5, which is the Quilt Cabin, and it is in Goshen, Ohio. Right down here. So, what did I buy from there? Well, let me show you. This is their block card. And then I just bought a yard of a batik that I'm going to put with these. So I'm building out that quilt kit, getting everything I need. Okay, so that's everything about this time. Till next time, bye.